Mhm. Hi, everybody. We're just getting started here. So I'm going to get myself all together. Okay, so I'm going to do mute for. So we're just going to hang out for a few seconds till we get everything together. Make sure all my technology is working. So we're just going to hang out for a few seconds till we get everything together. Okay. Okay. Yay, new moon in Cancer. So exciting, so exciting. Okay. Yay, new moon in Cancer. So exciting, so exciting. Okay. So it looks like we're ready to begin. I'm just going to double check that my audio is working and that I don't get feedback, and we'll be on our way. So exciting. Thank you everyone for joining us. Welcome to the new moon in Cancer. And this is an amazing moment, and I'm so glad you took the opportunity for yourself to learn about it, and then learn about how to become one with it, and then learn about how to put it into action in your life. This is so exciting, so exciting. Are live, come and comment on the comment box and let us know you're here. And if you're watching on the replay, awesome, that's great too. So I'm going to start without further ado. It's 4:03, and what I'm going to do is do a little overview so you know what to expect in the next hour and a half that we're going to get to spend together. And I'm so excited that I have this opportunity to connect with you in this way, to support one another in our lunar adventures, and to really embody and imbue our feminine selves on a cellular level. Oh, yay, here we go. Now, the Cancer new moon is especially exciting and important for me because I was born during the Cancer sun cycle. So tomorrow actually is my birthday. So this is a really fun time for me. It's a really great year. Those of you who follow or have your astrology done, when your birthday comes, you have a solar return and you get a brand new chart for this year. And so my chart, I've already looked, and it's awesome. So I'm really excited for the beginning of this new year. And so the new moon in Cancer starts today at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, 10:30 p.m. East Coast time. So what that means is we are right at the very ending of a lunar cycle, the Gemini lunar cycle that started on May 25th. So as we spend this hour and a half together, we are going to we are going to close out this cycle and then lay the groundwork to create this beautiful fertile field of flowers and everything that you want to create for yourself in this super powerful lunar cycle. So let's get started with some housekeeping rules and our overview. So you should have gotten your magical intention workbook in your email. So when we're ready, I'm going to share my screen and we can go over the workbook and how to use it. You also got a zodiac cheat sheet, and I'm going to show you how to use that. And then you also got a Cancer lunar cycle moon dial, and I'm going to show you how to use that too. So all of these are available to support you as you take this wonderful, exciting lunar journey that's going to bring to life your whole feminine self, your whole feminine vibration, and take it to the next level. So we've got all kinds of fun, cool things for you. And then I'm going to show you the Living a Lunar Lifestyle e-course. So I'm going to show you how to access it, log in. You get 1 year free access as a class participant in this super new moon in Cancer MasterClass. So one of my birthday gifts to you is to have that, because that's going to support you as you not only set your intentions for this lunar cycle, but all the ones that are going to follow. And let me tell you, they come every 29.5 days. So even if you miss parts of one and you're getting used to that rhythm of living in this accelerated pace, there's plenty of lunar cycles to practice with. So don't worry. Don't be afraid that you won't get it all done. It's impossible. You will. Just by saying yes to yourself at this time, you are making it happen for you. So I'm very, very, very excited for you to have this new empowerment tool for yourself. So here's our outline for today. So what I want to do, like anytime you start working with your natural vibration, a higher frequency, you're going to want to start it off with a meditation to center and ground yourself. Because what happens is in our busy lives, our Western lives, we get kind of separated from ourselves. Our mind's over here, our body's over here, our spirit's over here, our emotions are maybe back here, right? So when you meditate and center yourself, you bring all aspects of yourself, and then you ground them, and then you come from this integrated, whole, and strong, empowered place. So that's the first thing we're going to do. And then next, we're going to talk about this Cancer new moon, because it's a super new moon. So lucky you, not only do you get Cancer lunar cycle in its home sign where the moon rules this sign, but you also get it at a point when it's a super new moon. And I'll explain what that is. And then after that, we're going to take a look at our intentions workbook and show you how to use it and help you find out what your intentions are and how to set them powerfully. And then we're going to go over the moon dial, so I can show you how to use that as you track your progress and your feelings and your awareness and your emotions this month. And then I'm going to give you a sneak peek into the overview of this whole entire lunar cycle, the archetypal story. That's going to be super, super awesome, especially when you get it from this very, I like to call, higher dimensional understanding. Then you tap into the story and it's unfolding. It's almost like you're watching a really good movie and you get to play the starring Oscar-winning role. So it's really fun when you can look at your environment, look at how your life is unfolding, and then life stops happening to you, and then you start creating the life that you want. So we're going to look at how we can powerfully connect with that and use it to our advantage. And then finally, we're going to go over the Living a Lifestyle lunar e-course. So I'm going to show you how to get in there, how to start using it and make the most out of it. And then we'll have time for questions and answers at the end. So we got lots to do for our new moon in Cancer masterclass. And I'm really, really excited to do this with you. And being a member of the Lunar Ladies Lifestyle Facebook group, I will be posting like pictures and ideas, ways for you to lift the vibration and really empower what it is you're doing out in your life. So stay tuned in the lifestyle group because I'm going to give lots and lots of tips. And then make sure that you're on our email list because we send out all kinds of goodies. And I want you to be first to know. And then you can always are free to share them with your friends and invite them to join the club too. So we have more women vibrating at this higher frequency and doing it at the same time together. And that's what makes what we're doing even more powerful than if we did it alone. We do it in a group, in a community, that then creates a bigger field, like a bigger wavelength for us to be a part of. So it's like being a drop in the ocean, then you become the ocean when we're all together. So funny, I should use the allegory of ocean because Cancer is a water element sign. So let us go ahead and we're going to drop in and we're going to do a meditation. And you can use this style of meditation for yourself every day during this lunar cycle or especially when you need it. But when you're tapping into doing like lunar medicine work, your magical work, especially at these pivotal times during the lunar cycle that are very sacred, like the new moon, the first quarter moon, the full moon, the last quarter moon. It's always good to start your medicine and your magic with a meditation. So that's basically like how you begin. And in many cultures, besides like the more matriarchal feminine based spiritualities and religions, like Tibetan Buddhism, they always start out with their sacred work or prayer work with bathing. So meditation, and if you're going to do some intention, deep intention setting work or some magical work or medicine work, also bathe before you do it. Because what you're doing is you're purifying your whole sacred temple. But we can do that with meditation as well. But when you do both together, hey, it's awesome. So I'm going to give you some wonderful ideas for bath salts this month. So you can get used to like, okay, this is how I purify my body using the water element and tuning in to my frequency in that way. And for those of you who are have a lot of water in your astrology chart, this will feel like a second nature. And those of you who are maybe more the opposite, more fire-based, this could be very, very soothing information to start to put into practice in your life. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to take a sip of water just because this is also, staying hydrated is also very grounding, and it's like putting the water in the battery in your cells, so it just makes everything about you and within you come to life. So if you are lucky enough to own a blue bottle, solar love bottle, this is a great lunar cycle to get yourself one if you don't already have one. But you want to drink with this. And tomorrow in the lifestyle group, we're going to have the owner, founder, creative visionary of Blue Bottle Love on, and she's going to tell you all about the importance and the health benefits of drinking blue solarized water. So that's what this is, and so there's lots more to come. Okay, 4:15, time to drop in. Okay, ladies, what I'd like you to do is find yourself a comfortable seated position. It could be on the floor, sitting lotus style or half lotus style. It could be in a nice comfortable chair. Either way, what you want to do is make a connection to the floor. So it could be the bottom of your feet. It could be your sit bones, what you're sitting on. But really what you want to do is connect and feel your feet or your lower body making a connection to the floor. And then in meditation, what works the best is having a straight or naturally curved spine, because that helps the Shakti and the Chi flow effortlessly through your body. So that makes the wonderful connection that I like to call it the cosmic egg connection of a free-flowing energetic system. And that is you, your sacred temple, body, mind, and spirit. So go ahead and find yourself a comfortable seated or seated position. And go ahead and close your eyes. And immediately, usually when you close your eyes, the first thing your body wants to do is take a nice deep breath. So here we go. Take a nice deep breath in your nose and out your mouth. So that's going to be our cycle. In the nose and then out the mouth. So that's going to be our continuous flow in the nose and out the mouth as we do our meditation. So with your eyes closed, breathing in and exhaling. And in each breath, we're going to feel our shoulders drop. Okay, and you can even circle them around if you want. But what we're doing right now is we're getting connected to our physical bodies. So keep breathing in the nose, out the mouth. And begin to feel your awareness in your face. Feel like any muscles tightening in your jaw, clenched teeth, any tightness or stress in your face. We're going to let it go with the exhale. So breathing in fresh, life-giving oxygen. Noticing any tension, stress in the head, neck, or throat, and letting it go on the exhale. Very good. Same thing with the shoulders. Inhale and exhale. And we're just noticing the sensation of letting go. Same with the chest and the heart. Inhale. Exhale. Now we're going to connect with our stomach and digestive system. Inhale. Any stress from the stomach, digestion, intestinals. Inhale through the womb. Exhale out, feeling tension leaving through your hip bones, sacrum, spine, out. Inhale into the legs, upper thighs. And relax your thighs down to your knees. Letting go, letting go. Now inhale into your calves and ankles. Exhale. And inhale to your feet. Feel your feet on the floor. Out your feet. Good job. Now, I want you to bring your awareness to the base of your spine. And we're going to imagine a tree root or a grounding cord. It could be whatever you want. It's going to be growing from the base of your spine and then down from your spine out into the floor and down into the floor into the earth. So with your imagination, there's no wrong way to do this. Create your grounding cord or imagine tree roots descending from the base of your spine into the floor, through the floor, and into the earth where we make a connection to the earth. Inhaling, we're just going to see anything that no longer serves us. It could be colors, pictures, conversations, people, experiences that we need to let go of. We're just going to send it down our grounding cord, our tree roots, and allow Mother Earth to receive it. Just feel your body releasing and draining. And as we've made this connection to the earth, we're now going to send a hello and a thank you to Mother Earth for providing for us, taking care of us, for providing sustenance and abundance and fertility and joy and safety and certainty. So send your hello and your gratitude and notice any responses, sensations, colors, awareness that you may receive back from Mother Earth. And now, since you've made a connection with your grounding cord and your tree roots, we're going to ask Mother Earth to replenish our bodies with rich, fertile, delicious, empowering earth energy. And you're going to feel this energy rise from the bottom of your feet. It could be a color. You can pick a color. It could be a sensation. It could be warmth, tingling, rising through your feet, up your legs, over your knees, into your thighs, flowing effortlessly into your womb, coming all the way up to your third chakra, right above your belly button. And here it's going to make a U-turn and flow all the way down your second root chakras, back down through your grounding cord. And this beautiful looping of fertile life force, earth energy is now replenishing your body. And we're going to allow that beautiful effervescent loop of energy that's replenishing us to just continue on its own. And we're going to bring our awareness up to the top of our heads, right here. And just take a nice deep breath. And notice what you notice above the top of your head. And so this is our crown chakra energy. So I want you to pick a color, any color you want. It could be multiple colors, one color, it could be shapes and sparkles in the color. But this is your 1,000-petaled lotus crown. And I want you to set it at a color. And what we're doing as we find the color that's drawing to us, that we're resonating with, is we're setting a frequency, a vibration at the crown chakra. And you can change the color at any time, but just pick one color or a group of colors, whatever's calling to you, and set it and see it and feel that color. So this is your crown chakra, your queen's jewels of awareness, feminine goddess energy. Our higher selves, our guides, our benevolent spirits, those that look after us. If you work with archangels, you can call in Archangel Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, whoever are your guides. And we're going to allow that beautiful heavenly waterfall of grace from God, goddess energy, to flow down from the heavens into our crown chakra. And we're going to feel it flowing down our head, neck, shoulders, into our hearts, down into our stomach, down into our wombs. And it's going to flow down into our legs and out through our arms. And in this space, when it reaches the womb, it's going to make this connection with the earth energy. And then both of these energies are going to start swirling up in front of you and then out your crown chakra like a fountain of light and love. And so you are now connecting your heavenly self with your earthly self and making this Merkaba, spiritual, sacred energy that's replenishing you, grounding you, and centering you. We're going to allow this system to flow effortlessly on its own as we move through our masterclass together and in this beautiful energy that we've centered ourselves in, which is our energy. It is all you. We are going to ask for us to understand and the information and understand and allow our inner wisdom to flow, so that this class makes perfect sense and that you easily take the information and apply it to your life starting tonight with the new moon and through this whole lunar cycle. So when you feel ready, I want you to go ahead and take a nice deep breath in the nose, out the mouth, and you can stretch up, and when you're ready, you can open your eyes and you can reach over and touch your toes. And you can come back and just come back to the room and we'll start our class. You did wonderful, wonderful meditation. So at any time, play this part of the class and I will be grounding, centering, and meditating with you. This is a great meditation before you do any intention setting. Before you create your new moon altars. Anytime you're setting in to do some very deep personal work, you want to go ahead and do some type of centering and grounding exercise. You may already have one of your own, but this is a really nice universal one that connects you to your earthly self and the earth of the energy of Mother Earth, as well as your heavenly self and the energy of the cosmos. And you bring them together like this beautiful integration. And it becomes one. Okay. And if you haven't gotten your creating your altar ebook, go ahead and go to the lifestyle group and get your free ebook, because that will help you set your altar. It'll also give you a sample ceremony to call in the sacred directions and to bless your altar, bless your intentions, bless your lunar cycle experience. So I would highly recommend that. Okay, so it is about 4:25, and let's move on. Now that we're centered and we're here and we're grounded, what I'd like to do is talk a little bit about this Cancer new moon. So as you've noticed, there is this beautiful blue color, and I have a blue top on, and I have a moonstone necklace. So these are colors, frequencies of Cancer. So Cancer is the cardinal sign, meaning leader, or the first, like the primal energy of the water element. So bringing in water, bringing in the colors of water, wearing a moonstone, that's a crystal a gemstone that represents the moon. Also, other moonstones are, moon-inspired crystal stones are selenite, because that's a moonstone. Moonstone itself, quartz crystal is always a great amplifier to have on your, to work with and have on your altar. Pearl is beautiful. Any of the blue stones that are watery. So we have selenite, moonstone, pearl, abalone, wonderful, because that's from the ocean. And Cancer being the leader of the ocean or the water element, is also like the mother. Anything seashells from the ocean, whales, dolphins, fish, seals, whoever lives in the ocean, crabs, right? Cancer symbol is the crab. And so one of the things I love about the symbol of the crab for Cancer, and me being a Cancer, so I can really tell you from experience, is that crabs live in the water and on land, so they can go either way. They like the shallow bay waters because it's not as deep and unpredictable. Like the Pisces likes that cosmic ocean energy. So Cancer likes the shallow, warm bays to kind of just gently rock back and forth. It's very mama-like, so it's reminiscent of the womb in which we were created in our mama's wombs. So this is the primordial space. Cancer governs and holds the vibration of the water element, mama ocean, maternal. Cancer also rules feelings. So in Western astrology, they put Aries as the beginning of the zodiac year, kind of where we start. It's that I am, fire, spark of life. But in the ancient Greek, Hellenistic understanding of the stars and the planets and the vibrations, they always started with Cancer, because we are born in this watery element, we're created, we're conceived, and it's all of our primordial essences, like our feelings and our emotions, the things that we are about the world before we had language, right? So Cancer rules feelings, it rules family, our family of origin. It rules water, which is consciousness, memories, dreams, subconscious. It rules our family of origin, so it also rules our ancestry, so like our family tree, all of our past relatives, our ancestors, and where they came from and what their experiences were, and their genetic contribution to our sacred temples, our bodies. So Cancer rules all those things, and Cancer is the divine mother of the zodiac. So very, very big role to play, and also has a very, very big energy. So as a woman, and we're following the lunar cycles, the moon is the ruler of the Cancer sign. So when the moon and Cancer come together, it's a very big deal. And it's just saying, like, the energy is very at home, it's very in sync with itself, whereas the moon flows in different signs throughout the whole year. But this time of the year, it's in its home sign, and so it creates this wonderful space for fertility, conception, and rejuvenating oneself on a cellular level. So it's like a rebirth. It's an opportunity for ourselves to go back inside the womb and get what we need there. What do we need from the mama ocean? What do we need to cleanse and purify? What do we need to create and attract? What is it that you are needing? Because the moon and Cancer is all about our needs for survival, our feelings and our emotions. And for women, that's our Shakti power, is emotion. So emotions are energy in motion. So yes, so energy and motion. So we as women, part of our storyline in our historical experience on this planet, there has been a domination happening for the last 1,000 years maybe, who knows how far it goes back. But we've been kind of disconnected from our true source of power, which is our emotions. And it's been downplayed and thought to be weak to feel and weak to be emotional. And so those are the messages that we get when we're little girls, that we're weak because we feel. And it's so not true. We are stronger because we feel, because that is the Shakti energy of creation. Now we need the Shiva energy, which is more the sun energy that impregnates and fertilizes it, but it's the Shakti that actually makes the changes and creates the energy needed to actually grow something, right? They work hand in hand. But women have a very, very big power that lays like deep within their cellular matrix, their feminine womb, their base of their spine. So when we move our body, it's like in a circular motion. We're moving all that Shakti energy. So like belly dancing is like a wonderful thing to do during a Cancer lunation, a Cancer lunar cycle. Mother. If you're a mother, like really in embracing the power and the beauty and the grace that you've been chosen by the goddess to be this representation to another soul or multiple souls on the planet. So this is a wonderful time to honor the mother within. If you don't have physical children, you might have fur babies, or honor that mother within yourself in all the ways that you express it. It could be with pets, it could be with a project, it could be with a community, whatever it is that you care about and that you want to nurture, support, and grow and like embrace. That's you expressing your maternal energy. So for some of us who have chosen not to have children, we can still be expressing our mother maternal energy. So don't worry, because we're going to really super tap into that in this new moon in Cancer class. So now, we have that Cancer background, and that's also in your Magic Intention workbook. So you can tap in and read more about that there. And then you can also comment in the lifestyle group too, to share like your thoughts, your wonderings, because there'll be other ladies who are searching for that information too. So as you share and ask questions, you really are supporting other women to get that information too. And then it's more fun to share it in community together. So next I want to talk about that this moon, or this new moon, is called a super new moon. Like, wow, what does that mean? So here's the Earth, and the moon is going around it, right? So it's going around and around and around, and it takes 29.5 days to make a full revolution. So, and as it does, it goes through all the different constellational frequencies. Okay. So as it makes its orbit, it's either sometimes it's farthest away, which is apogee, and then sometimes it's really close, which is perigee. Right now, the moon is at perigee. So it's at its closest. It's right next to the Earth. So it's called perigee. And so when the moon is in this close to the Earth like that in perigee phase, it not only brings all the energy of what a new moon does, but it intensifies it because it's really, really close to us right now. So when it's perigee at a full moon, because full moons are intensified anyway because they're the most expansive state of the lunar cycle, but the new moon is the most quiet state of the lunar cycle. It's quiet, dark, still, inward, deep. So as it's coming so close in perigee for us tonight, it's really taking all this Cancer vibration and going deep, deep, deep within like our cells at one level, in our soul memories. So if you believe in reincarnation, Many of the teachers of that have talked about how when we as a soul come into a physical body, we not only bring our, the physical body has its genetic information, but we as a soul have our soul memories that get infused into the genetic structure. And so our bodies have cellular memory from our ancestors, those that came before us. And then because we're a spirit having human experience, we not only bring more of our soul memories. So there's all of that existing. Like inside is a Akashic library, and it's yours. You can access it now. We just have to remember how to open the door and get in there and start and finding the books and start learning more about who we are as a person, this life, and who we are as a soul on an infinite journey. So. So what you want to do with what this new moon is doing for us, it's taking that energy of the depths, and it's really taking us deep within into like beyond the amniotic fluid of this particular lifetime, but into the amniotic fluid of our soul birth. Right, so that's where you can take this if you choose. And the pressure's not on, you don't have to go that deep. But some of us really want to experience it at that level to find out what that means and to remember not only who we are this life and what we're here to do, what our purpose is, what are we creating right now, what do we need in our lives for ultimate growth, support, joy, happiness. Some of us want to remember who we are as a soul, and where are we on our soul journey, and what wants to happen in this lifetime. Because from a soul place, the soul's like, I'm infinite. I'm on a big long journey. I don't have a time crunch. Whereas our human self says, I only have so many years to get done what I came here to do. So that soul space, we get a chance to relax and realize, oh wait. I came with some specific ideas to experience some other souls to either work karma out with, and to learn about love and learn how to love and learn how to receive love. Like that's our Earth School graduation requirement, right? So depending on where you are in your life and your spiritual discovery and tapping into who you are, there's so much available for you. So you can take it to whatever level you want. So that's the Cancer new moon energy. So you're learning about Cancer. You're learning about, okay, let's talk a little bit about the new moon itself. Like, because what is that lunar phase about? But then the other side, now you know it's super moon and you know what that means now too. So a new moon is the part of the lunar cycle that is it's the beginning or birth starting place of a lunar cycle. Remember, here's the Earth, and we're going all the way around in one revolution. So the new moon time is where it begins. So it has. So we follow the rhythm of how it happens in nature as well. So in the new moon is about new beginnings, creating and giving birth to something. How does something come to life? Like there's the idea, the egg. So we're going to use our feminine menstrual cycle for an example, because we could all relate to that, right? So we have the egg. Now, this is symbolic of our new moon intention. There's this egg, and it gets popped out of the fallopian tube. Boom, now it's sitting in our beautiful uterus, just waiting to be pollinated and fertilized. So it has all, and within that egg is a human being with genetic information and a purpose and life force to like live to a ripe old age, right? So in that seed is all this DNA information. So then, so it's sitting there in the quiet, in the stillness of the womb. Okay, so that's your new moon intention. Now, on a new moon, and so it's sitting there waiting. In the moment when the sun and the moon become exactly the same degree in the sky, that's what we call a new moon, right? So that's a big deal. That's a moment of like some Shakti energy coming in to impregnate that seed, right? So, so the seed actually has to be there, ready to go. So you have to have the idea, the inner wisdom to go, oh, what is it that I want to create and fertilize and give life to and birth to? So you have all that. That's what we're doing now in this class, is finding out what those intentions are. So in the new moon phase, in order for this space to be ready to be impregnated, so it can grow into manifestation, is in the earth. How it works is, and deep within our feminine wombs works the same way. There is stillness, darkness, and quiet. Okay, those are the three main ingredients: stillness, darkness, and quiet. Shh. So the reason for that is because the sun and the moon are exactly the same degree. The moon has no sunlight, no energy. So it's at its lowest emotional still point. And it's only going to grow and get big into the full moon. But when it's with the sun, it's with the Shiva energy, that masculine, divine masculine energy that wants to come and impregnate the egg, right? So that's when they're coming together. Boom. Literally coming together to impregnate your seeds, right? Your intentions. So so you need to create an environment within yourself, within your vibration and your radio signal, your frequency. So one of the main things not to do at a new moon time is run around crazy and, be like engaging in all these different things and, putting a lot of energy out there. Because the moon right now is saying, quiet, you're inward, you're still, you're with yourself. So this isn't time to like have a big party and be super social. Although you can do that, but you want to make sure that you have purposefully intentional time to be with yourself and go deep within. Now because this is a super new moon and it's in the sign of Cancer, you're going to really, really want to take that time to be with yourself. And one of the best ways to actually experience the new moon is if you like to take baths. This is a great time from 7:30 p.m. Pacific time on tonight, tomorrow, this weekend. You can take a bath, and you want to, you can light some candles, have something nice smell, put a little lavender drops in your water, put a little salt in your water, because remember, Cancer's ocean. And that is a great time to be in the water element, the darkness of no light, stillness, contemplating and just opening yourself up to understand, for your wisdom to go, this is what you're needing right now. This is what would be best for you to create. This is where you're going. This is where your life is and what your deep, deep needs are. And it's reminiscent of being in the womb. So there you go. So I think setting your intentions in a bath would be so exquisite, divine, aligned, and amazing, right? So if you're like, well, I really don't like baths or even have a bathtub, that's okay. You could also mimic it with doing a foot bath. So you could put your feet in the water. So what you're trying to do is slow down enough to be still and connect to so that's really the key. So that's the new moon phase energy, is quiet, stillness, darkness, allowing your seeds to get planted into the earth. And you can visualize your intentions being in the earth and then Mother Earth coming through and infusing it with life. And then, the seed is the moment sitting there dormant, and then it shakes with life, and then it sprouts, and then and next week in the first quarter moon, it breaks ground, and then it gets the sunlight, and it starts to grow towards the full moon. So it's really, really, really important for you to have success in your setting your new moon intentions, is to have time and space to be with yourself and to get quiet and to listen to your inner wisdom and tune in. And it feels really good, because as you're doing it within this natural environment, nature around you is doing the same thing. The birds are more quiet. The trees have gone, inward. So everything around you is wanting to go in. So as you do the same thing at the same time, you get an entrainment from the environment around you, which is there to totally support you to make your experience even bigger. Okay, 444, angel time, yay! So comment if you need more explanation, and we can always talk about it in the lifestyle group this weekend. So that's the Cancer energy, that's the new moon frequency and vibration that you want to be able to slow down and connect with. And then knowing that it's a super moon. And what that means, because it's an opportunity to go even deeper into this naturally aligned time of the year with the moon being in Cancer. Now, one little bonus to that is we had the summer solstice, which is about new beginnings, 2 days ago. And we also have Mercury coming in to give you, to rebirth your mind with fresh ideas and a new outlook on life. Take your new moon intentions a step further. Get your astrology chart. That's the best, because then you will know what house in your astrology chart is ruled by Cancer. Cancer normally rules the 4th house of family, feelings, memories, childhood, ancestry. So we're going to have those 4th house themes present. But say in your astrology chart you get it, or you don't know how to get it, I can tell you how to get it. And you go, wow, Cancer rules my 8th house. And you're like, wow, okay, that's different. What's the 8th house about? So in your Magic Intention workbook, we have listed all the houses so that you can see what that house themes are. And really, that's where this deep super new moon in Cancer is taking place for you. So as you set your intentions and listen to your wisdom to see what is best for you, what is your needs, what are you trying to create and give birth to, and what do you need for ultimate happiness and joy and feeling safe and good and nurtured on the planet, you can add in that house themes. And when you do, you not only aligned with the energy available to you, but now you've made a personal connection based on your energetic signature that is shown to you through your birth chart, which is based on the time you were born, the place where you were born, and the day you were born. So that's the matrix that you decided to come down into planet Earth on. So that gives you a musical tone or an energetic signature that defines who you are. And it also is a blueprint for understanding what you're here to do, because part of the game of the Earth is that we forget who we are and why we're here. But our chart says who we are and why we're here. So that's why I love looking at people's astrology charts. So some of you may be well versed in astrology. Grab your chart, get it out, use it for this lunar cycle. It'll really enhance your experience and take it to the next level, especially since the cosmic door is wide open with this super new moon to take it to a very, very deep and soulful level. Sitting there going, oh my goodness, what's she talking about? Astrology charts? I don't even know where it is, how to get it, what's mine, and that kind of thing. So what you want to do is on Lunar Ladies, we have where you can get your astrology chart. So you can go on the website, and I will list links in the lifestyle group. And for $30, you can get your astrology chart along with a beautiful 20+ page natal chart report all about you. And we also have, say if your birthday is just passed or it's coming up, we also have the same charts available for your solar return. So you can take a look at what this year is about for you, and then also get the nice foundational understanding of who you are and why you're here. So we have that available to offer to you at Lunar Ladies, and it's awesome. It's just, and it helps you understand astrology if you have like no background or no, if you try to understand it and you're like, I still don't get it, we are here to help make that easy for you. Now, there are plenty of free sites on the internet where you can get it, and astro.com is definitely one of them, astro.com. So you can, if you know your birth information, you could put it in there. It'll generate a chart. It won't generate a report, and you'll have to do some research on your own to figure it out. But that's where Lunar Ladies comes in. That's why we're here. So we can generate the report for you. And then if you're like, wow, I really want some one-on-one time to dive into this, I actually are able to give you a one-to-one reading. So we have those available too that you can book with me to do a 90-minute reading of your astrology chart. And I like to give you background on how to use the lunar cycles based on knowing who you are and what you're all about and kind of what's happening at this time in your life. And then we have one more thing before we move on. Is if you didn't know, Lunar Ladies has a Lunar Ladies Club. This is a monthly subscription service where we give you weekly recommendations and readings and advice and support to get you on your way living a lunar lifestyle. So lots and lots of things to share with you. So if you're new to lunarladies.com, this is great. I'm so happy you're here in the class and you can find out more because we have created this like one-stop shop to give you everything you need to live a high-frequency life, aligned and attuned to your natural feminine vibration, and to live powerfully and make every day extraordinary. Because that's really our natural nature, and it's what we're here to do. And this lunar cycle in Cancer is wanting to nurture your nature at a very, very deep soulful level. So that's why the vision had come to even create like this type of place for women to find out about who they are and get support from us, Lunar Ladies, and then create a community and connect you with other wonderful, like-hearted, like-minded women to create a bigger field in which to empower your life. So with that, let's go ahead and take a look at the intentions workbook. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen, and I really hope that I do it right. Screen share. Okay, let's see. Oops. Let's see, you are screen sharing. Let's stop. Hi, I'm gonna try it again. Application window, let's do this one. Okay, here we go. Now this works better. Okay, so I'm going to go over here and I'm gonna screen share my workbook, and I believe it is here. Where's my workbook? Okay, that's the zodiac signs at a, okay, where did I put the workbook? Maybe, let's go over to the Lunar Living a Lifestyle here. So let's me find for a moment, I'm sorry I don't have my workbook up here, but let me, while I look for that, I'm gonna come back to here and talk to you. So I'm just gonna take a moment and click around here and get my workbook up here so you can see it. Shouldn't take too long. But anyway, does anybody have any questions? Oh, here's the link to get your chart if you don't have yours. Oh, thank you, Jen. Thank you. Yes, getting your chart is so amazing, and it's life-changing. When I really understood my chart, that's when everything changed for me. And it accelerated at a pace that I didn't even think was possible when I started following the lunar cycles. So a lunar cycle, just so you know, when you tap in and do your new moon intentions and things like that, you are going to get accelerated at like a pace that you will, I mean, I still can't believe it. My life is so much better now than it ever has been, and I know it's because of the lunar cycles. So for my workbook, okay, hang in there with me. Maybe this will help. Okay, let me just do this. And oh, great. So any questions on your natal chart? Let's see here. If not, that's okay. I'm happy to talk about natal charts anytime and readings. So I do readings looking at your natal chart. I do readings looking at relationships. I've really had some wonderful experiences recently looking at that. And sorry, I'm just kind of looking at this while I think about talking to you. Okay, so let me look here, inbox. This up. Okay, okie dokie. Oh, here we go. I think I just found it. Hooray! There it is. Okay, and I probably even have it open. Let's look at this. And we found it. So here we go. I'm going to screen share again. Thanks for hanging out with me on figuring that one out. Okay, screen share. Screen share. Application window. Perfect. Yay, it worked. Okay, so everybody should have gotten their intention magic workbook, and here it is. So let's go through it so we can start using it. So now that you know the value and the importance and what's going on right now, right? In your magic work, your intention workbook, here's a recap about the Cancer new moon. And then here's the emotions to watch out for. So I've included the light emotions, those that are in harmony with the Cancer frequency and the vibration. And then I've included the shadow. And the shadow is sometimes much easier to see when we are feeling these ways. So your moon dial is also going to support you in connecting to your feelings and being aware of your emotions, because this is very, very important and very, very powerful to be in tune with what you're feeling, because depending on who you are and your energetic signature that you'll see in your chart, but what some of us are very sensitive, and we soak up other people's emotions like a sponge. And so sometimes we could be like, why am I feeling this way? I wasn't even, there, and now I'm feeling this way. And it could be that you either, were with someone who was feeling that way, you ran into a situation that, reminded you of a memory of when you felt that way. So there's all kinds of information when you tap into becoming more aware of your feelings. So for Cancer, the harmonious feelings of this vibration are feeling romantic, having sympathy for others, a sensitivity to others' emotions, definitely, because Cancer is that moon ruled sign. It's mother and maternal. So we tend to understand and feel what other people feel. We're receptive. And we're connected to our intuition because of that moon ruling the sign. And the moon is all about developing our intuition. So if you're feeling any of these emotions, domestic, home-loving, want to make some food, make your favorite meal, smells definitely bring back childhood memories. So being reflective and romantic and maternal. So those are tapping into this frequency. So you can even say, whoa, but I have like a hard time with my mom. This would be the lunar cycle to really dive deeper into that so that you can heal it and bring it into a new place. Now, shadow sides of Cancer are feeling moody. So changeable moods and feeling negative. Cancer can be a very melancholy sign, too emotional, needy, clingy, dependent. Remember, Cancer is the crab. So this is also like clingy, like crab claws, right? I'm stuck on you. Also, it's feeling insecure and wanting to stay home too much and to feel safe. And so you really want to ask yourself, if that's going on, what's really going on? If you're feeling unsafe, then maybe you just need to connect with a family member that makes you feel safe, or a friend. So notice if any of these emotions are coming up for you this week, and throughout this whole lunar cycle that takes us through July 21st. Here's Cancer ruling the 4th house, I feel. So here's information talking about the 4th house. And then we talked about Cancer's ruling planet, the moon. So this is all good summaries for what we've already discussed so far in the class. But here's the juicy stuff, how to write your new moon intentions. Now remember, these intentions are what you want to either happen, what do you want to have, what do you want to experience. So when you're writing your intentions, especially at the fertile, powerful moment of when the moon is new at 7:31 and beyond this whole weekend, you want to write them from a place of already having it or being it. So we've created this this chart where you say, I have, so say you want to have extra income, revenue. So you're going to want to state your intention around already having that extra income. You can give it a number, or if you don't want to limit the universe helping you create this in your life, you could say this or better, right? So you want to tap into the emotions, go back to the emotions up here, receiving, mothering, and nurturing these intentions as if you already have them. So what you're doing is you're touching that creative matrix and you're putting in this intention powerfully that says, this has already happened. Now reflect it back to me. And that's really a very powerful Cancer gift, is reflection. It is the mirror of the universe. So what is it you want to see in the mirror? And start looking at it, speaking it, having it, affirming it as if you're already seeing it in the mirror, being it in the mirror, and having it in the mirror. So you can, part of your meditation or visualization is you can visualize a huge mirror. Next, you're going to want to put your request in and you know, state it as clearly as possible, because remember, this is a mirror and it's also an emotional mirror. So the dark moon is like, you know, this beautiful silty, loamy, amended soil. And it says, I am ready to grow something. So when you put it in, you want to be as clear as possible for what it looks like, feels like, acts like, walks like, is. So that's giving instructions to that fertile matrix garden to, it's like the DNA, and giving it that information so that it will replicate it and create it in your life. So, and some of you may be feeling a little afraid, like, I don't know if I can get that clear, or, you know, what if I don't do it right, or, you know, all of this stuff. So that's what the new moon frequency is really good at, because it's wanting you to get quiet and still and deeply internal within yourself. And that act alone will create the possibility and potential of super clarity. Okay? And then the third part, and this is where the Shakti comes in. Remember, emotions are energy in motion. So you want the desired emotion of that experience that you are having or becoming or experiencing. You want those desired emotions to match that. So it's 3 parts. As I have or I am, putting your request in as clearly as possible, and then creating and understanding what emotions match that frequency. And so in the vortex, which is this new moon in Cancer, super new moon, fertile matrix field of the universe, of this giant cosmic mirror that's wanting to reflect back to you what that is, the fuel is the desired emotions that will bring this intention into fruition. So this is the juicy part of the workbook, is really understanding this formula. And it's very easy to do, and just understanding the 3 parts of it, knowing that before you start, you're going to do your centering and your meditation, so you can ground, and you can open up to your higher cosmic self, and you can integrate here and now and be centered and strong in that. And then you're going to open up to listening to your inner wisdom, and then you're going to understand. It's all going to come together like this wonderful puzzle that really will take no effort at all, as long as you do it in your natural feminine way, which you already are designed to do. So don't feel stressed. Don't ask from a place of not having or not being. That kind of gives you like this beggar consciousness, and we don't need the beggar asking for things. And that's just an archetype of showing you the story of and the energy and vibration of that. You want to ask from the high priestess place. You want to ask from the empress place of one who already has this, feels abundant, grateful, and blessed. So you want the blessed one. That's your archetype. Asking from that place of already having, already knowing, already feeling worthy, and already feeling deserving. Okay, so that's Taurus energy coming in, because the moon is exalted in the sign of Taurus, just as a little background. So you're bringing in this Taurus frequency to imbue and empower your intention. So that's making it super, super juicy. So we're going to continue on in the workbook. And so setting your intentions. This new moon is a wonderful time to set year-long intentions. Yes, because of the fertileness, and as well as like the ancient kind of origins of the sign of Cancer, that it's really about our primordial essence, and that it's a super new moon. So it is really going to carry some a big wavelength that not only can happen within this 29.5-day lunar cycle, it can also happen within 6 months for bigger intention, when Cancer will be the full moon in December. And then it can do a year long, because this is also a timing of giving birth to something, right? So lots of wonderful opportunities to create, and attract, and make good use of tuning in full conscious awareness. So we've included the keywords for each of the houses. Now in your chart, there's 12 houses, the first house through the 12th house, and each house has a part of your life that it's like, that's the part that I get to take care of and create and make happy experiences there. So if you don't know your chart, you can go ahead and set an intention. If any of these houses stand out to you, if you're feeling super gung-ho, you can set an intention in each part of those houses. You could set 12 if you want. Now, according to some astrologers, 11 is kind of like your maximum wish list. But if you're kind of doing it more in this like, oh, I want it in this real balanced way, and it's going to be my year, and you can use these houses for each lunar cycle coming up. For example, we're here in the 4th house, which is Cancer ruled house. But in July 22nd, it's going to be the 5th house, where Leo is going to take over the energy. So if you want to fine tune, you can narrow it down to the 4th house and just kind of focus your wishes and intentions and desires there. And if you know your astrology chart and you know that Cancer rules a certain house, find that house here and set your intentions there. Now that's going to also really imbue and empower and take it to the next level. But just knowing that you're setting new moon intentions around the themes of Cancer is really good enough. But I like to give everybody ample opportunities to take it as high and as far and as powerful as they want to go. So this is helping you set your intentions with the house themes. Okay, so if you have any questions, let me know, now this space in your Magic Intention Workbook is a place for you to write them. And you can get like colored pencils or markers, stickers, you can put pictures here. But this is a wonderful like sacred altar space that you can set them for your intentions. And you can print this workbook out each lunar cycle. Right, so you can have 12 of these throughout 2017, moving into June of 2018. Okay, so this is a nice, fun, beautiful space to set your intentions, and do it however you want to do it. If you do it through doodles, through words, through affirmations, through pictures, create this space and make it your own. So this is your magical space there to create. Now, showcase and meditate on your intentions. This is where you really nurture. So now you've got the seeds, and you're with the new moon energy that the sun is impregnating them and fertilizing them. And now what you want to do is nurture them throughout this lunar cycle. And this is going to take us into talking more about the lunar cycle, but we recommend that you showcase your intentions prominently, whether it's on your altar, it's on your bathroom mirror, or someplace where your attention is at. Could be the refrigerator, because Cancer rules the stomach. So if you want to put this on your refrigerator, you're in tune with the Cancer frequency, because it's all about nourishment and mama love and food and taking care of yourself. We've also said, make it in an attractive font, something that calls to your eye, something that's artistic and beautiful, that you can, when you see it, it just lights you up. And you can use the meditation that we did at the beginning of class to set the tone, to center and ground yourself and open yourself up to your integration of your higher self and your earthly self. And meditate, repeat, look at these intentions, look into the mirror. Remember, you're creating a cosmic mirror, so you're going to want to be looking in the mirror every day, which is going to help bring your focus and create the energy and the desired emotions that match your intentions. You're going to create and empower these intentions so that they powerfully manifest as fast as possible. So that is your workbook as a whole. Now, remember how we set our intentions and we looked at the first house? I want to go over and take a look at the Lunar Ladies Zodiac cheat sheet. So you also received this as one of your bonuses. And so this is, you can print it out and keep it with your intention workbook. But this gives you a little bit more background on the zodiac signs. So here we are in Cancer. This is its glyph or symbol. This is its ruling planet, the moon. Yay. This is its mantra. I feel. What do I feel? This is where you're going to really want to go through being connected to how you feel, right? This is very, very important. And then here's some keywords. It's nourishment, it's nurturing, it's softness. So you really want to treat yourself like a newborn baby. Like, how would a mother take care of a newborn? She would be gentle, she'd be soft, she'd be quiet. She'd be like, singing and taking care of soft touches and caresses and, very, very loving. So that's the energy state you really want to like become one with. When you, how you treat yourself and how you treat everyone around you, right? And this is how you're going to want to treat your intentions as well, right? Soft, like a newborn, So let's go ahead and take a look at the lunar cycle moon dial. Now I have to remember where the moon dial is saved on my computer. I thought I had everything open, but you never know, right? You never know. So I am going to do the screen share again. So I'm going to put it back to my face while I take a look for the moon dial for Cancer. And I'm pretty sure I know where it is. So, but I don't want you to have to look at me searching for it on my computer. So hi again, everybody. Welcome. I hope everybody's enjoying themselves. And if you need more clarity, please, please tell me. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at getting my my Cancer moon dial out here so you can see it. And it'll just take me a few minutes and I'll screen share again. Pretty sure I know where it is. Oh, yes, there it is. Okay. Okay, so there, it's going to open up, and I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to screen share one more time. So you ready to go back? Here we go. I'm going to do this, and I think it's right here. There we go. I'm going to share this. Look at that. Hey, I'm getting the hang of this now. Okay, so all of you received your moon dial as part of a bonus. And so you're going to get this moon dial pre-filled out with all the dates of the lunar cycle for the rest of the year. So that's one of your bonuses for saying yes to the class and joining us. I'm so excited. And so thank you so much for taking part in living a lunar lifestyle and upping your feminine frequency and empowering your life. This is so exciting. So here is the first part of what you got as your Cancer new moon lunation moon dial. So the first page, it talks about kind of the dates to watch out for the lunar phases. So here we have new moon in Cancer on June 23rd, 2017. That's today. And then next week, the moon changes phases and goes into the first quarter moon. And when, as a member of the lunar lifestyle community, I'll talk about the first quarter moon and kind of give you the do's and don'ts and what to watch out for. But if you are ready to really get support and guidance for this, you can always become a member of the Lunar Ladies Club, where you'll get personalized readings every week based on your astrology chart from me. And I'm so excited to send it to you. What I do is I send you a weekly reading telling you, okay, first quarter moons in this house, and this is what I want you to watch out for, and this is how you can empower yourself to move through obstacles, because that's the job of the first quarter moon, is moving through obstacles so that you can have greater flow. And then the full moon in Capricorn happens July 8th, 2017, and then the final lunar phase of the lunar cycle happens July 16th in the third quarter moon phase. So here are more keywords to give to you. You're going to get power tip. This is your power tip for this Cancer lunation. Now, there's not a lot of planetary events happening. Usually I put there retrogrades, planets going to retrograde, or something big. So in August, I'll have the solar eclipse information there. So when there's something big going on, I will list it there. So when you get your Leo lunar cycle moon dial, you may have something there. Now, here's the place, the one you can print out. So here we are at June 23rd. This is where the new moon starts, right here. So for those of you new to Lunar Ladies, you may not have seen the the moon dial yet and how to use it. So I want to take just a few minutes to show you how to use it, what it is. Notice it's a circle, and it is a calendar. So we go through each of the days of this lunar cycle, starting at June 23rd, going all the way around to July 21st. So each day is denoted with the phase of the moon. See how it's changing colors. So here we are at the new moon, where it's the dark moon. So it's all in purple. And then each day it starts to grow and grows and grows. And here's the first quarter moon at June 30th. This begins a week of action. So this first week of June 23rd to the 30th is setting your intentions. Now, the most powerful time to do your intentions is the first 72 hours of the lunar cycle. So you have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, this weekend, to really dive in and get connected to your inner wisdom powerfully this week. So I suggest some alone time, some slowing down, some candlelights, a bath, create your altar, listen in. New moons are where the veils are thinner between the worlds. So this is a great time to do an oracle reading with divination cards, tarot. It's also a great time to get astrology reading, like with me. If you have runes, things like that, you can you do a little spread to get some more clarity from your higher self that wants to share information with you. So here we are down at first quarter next week. And then here's the full moon. Notice its fullness here. So the full moon in Capricorn will happen here, and that starts a week of expansion. So lots of stuff happens from the first quarter to the full moon, and then the full moon to the third quarter moon on, I think I said the 16th. Yeah, I think so. And then that starts our week of completion. So there we go. There we have it. So what you want to do. So notice there's 4 parts. The first part is the dates and the changing moon. So you can get a sense of the lunar phases happening. This green part is called emotional well-being. So this is the space where you're going to write in What was my dominant emotion today? What was I feeling? Was I feeling frustrated? Was I feeling angry? Was I feeling sad? Was I feeling lonely? Was I feeling melancholy? Was I negative? Or was I really happy and thankful and tuned in? Whatever the emotion, you can write it here. And what you want to do is what you're going to start to see are maybe patterns, emotional patterns. And if you were having like a particularly negative day, you may at that end of that day recapitulate, well, what happened? Who did I connect with? Was it work related, relationship related, friend related? Was it like physical? Was my body in physical pain? Right? So that's where you're going to start noticing and getting into the first layer of your awareness. Now, the next layer here, right in here, is the next layer of physical awareness. So say you were having a bad day and you're feeling negative and you notice that, oh my gosh, I threw my back out or I pulled a muscle. So you're going to want to write that in there. Or you might say, oh, I was really extra hungry today, or I was really sleepy today, or I had so much energy I didn't know what to do with myself. So you're going to write it there. Layer is if you are still in your menstrual cycle, you're going to denote if you are in a bleeding phase or an ovulation phase. So this is where you could also help keep track of your menstruation cycle as compared to what is happening with the moon. So say, for example, oh, my period started here. And then you're going to look, what was my physical self going through? What were my emotions? And then what was the phase of the moon? So what you can do is see the 4 layers of connection. And this is going to help bridge your feminine energy, emotions, menstrual, physical, with the phase of the moon. So normally, if we were living in tribal societies barefoot and sleeping on the ground without any form of artificial light, we would normally bleed on the new moon, the dark moon. That would be the red tent day, right? We all gather together as women and we bleed together. And that's the cleansing of the womb and releasing of the old. So this is kind of the time, the ending of a lunar cycle, beginning of the new moon is when we would normally bleed if we were super in tune with nature. And on the full moon is where we would ovulate and have this fertile egg ready to be inseminated. Right? So that's kind of the normal or ancient way of our body's natural alignment with the light and the vibration of the earth and how nature operates with fertility. But, as we've been disconnected from that type of natural living, we may ovulate and bleed in all kinds of different ways. And if you find that you are out of alignment with the natural way, don't worry. Just starting to get in tune. There are lots of ways to help your body get back in tune with that cycle or near it. And I might have a whole class on that kind of stuff, but don't be sad, scared, or upset if your menstrual cycle is not in alignment with how it usually should operate. There's ways that we can help you with that. Now, say you're a crone, you have completed your lunar cycle, your menstruation cycles in your life. That is okay because you still have the energetic imprint of that creative cycle. So you could just take note, say you're completed your bleeding cycle, you can kind of take note of, are there any hormonal shifts? Do I have hot flashes? Or am I feeling especially tired? Or, or when did I used to meditate or meditate? When did I used to menstruate? You can kind of have fun in that space because you still have the energetic alignment for the menstrual cycle. And you can still use it to create, transform, evolve, and have fun. Attracting and creating and manifesting what you want with your feminine energy. So I do see here, Karen asks, I've always struggled with intentions. How specific do you get? Stay a bit general or leave it open? That's a great question, Karen. Thank you so much for your question. So ask yourself the struggle part. Like, what is it you're really struggling with? Sometimes it's I'm going to stop the screen share here. We're going to go back to it later. Hi. So Karen, what you want to do is kind of just take this new moon energy tonight and this weekend and really ask yourself, what is the struggle really about? Now, is it, oh no, I want to be perfect, and if it doesn't be perfect, it's not going to be any good, or it's not going to be strong enough, and I'm not good enough, right? So we want to get to the roots of any of those type of issues, because if you're starting to worry, and remember, worry is the shadow emotion of Cancer. So right there, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm feeling worried. Uh-oh, I'm in the shadow of Cancer. Is go, oh, great, and isn't that interesting? Okay, I'm going to pause my emotional movie right now, and I'm going to ask myself, what am I worried about, or why am I worried? And believe me, you will get very instant awareness, because you've asked a very powerful question, and you're asking it to your emotional feminine energy, and that is a mirror that's going to really just show you and let you know what's behind that. Because sometimes the struggle is a struggle with getting it right, and the getting it right is worried that you'll get it wrong. And the getting it wrong can usually come from a childhood experience of getting things wrong, and either getting chided, yelled at, made to feel less than perfect, right? So you want it, what the moon in Cancer really is good about is getting back into the childhood memories and looking to see, is there a dysfunction or an emotional traumatic event that happened to that child. Remember, it's the 3, 4, 5, 2 years old. It is a very different way of looking at the world than our brain, which might be in our 40s, right? So what you want to do once you've kind of allowed the dust to settle with that question, and go, oh yeah, there is that fear that I'll get it wrong, worry that I won't be good enough, and that my dreams can't come true because I have a belief that I'm not good enough. And so that belief that's operating in the background is really the emotional matrix that's creating the things that you really don't want, or even blocking you having a bigger experience of flow come through your life. So I would say, have that conversation with yourself first. Just see what comes up. It doesn't have to be, there's no right or wrong. There's only what you feel. And what you feel is powerful and valued, valid, and amazingly perfect. So after that, I would say you might get the answer to your question about general or leaving it open. Especially if you're new at this and you're feeling, oh, I've got some weeds to pull, or I've got some childhood memories to process. You can even just make that your intention. I have the experience of processing my childhood emotions and letting them go, and feeling myself rebirth in a much nurturing environment where I feel deserving, worthy, and perfect. That there isn't a worry to do wrong, but there's a knowing of doing right, or there's a knowing of just being as is, because I'm perfect as who I am. So I would say do a little deeper dive, especially with this new moon energy that's go deeper and helping us go deeper. I would explore that question, and I would explore that struggle, and I would allow the moon to take you in her arms and embrace you and nourish you and whisper to you that you're perfect and loved and amazing and beautiful and awesome, and you're a child of the universe that is made in perfection. And you're here to experience love, and you're here to experience giving it and receiving it. So first of all, go back into the primordial womb and feel how loved you are and how amazing and perfect you are. So I would say do that healing work there first, and so then your question, I bet, will change, and you'll feel so good. So thank you so much for that question. Now we're almost to the end of our masterclass. Oh my goodness, how did that happen? I could go on and on. So I just want to recap real quick with you. Oh, one more quick thing. We've got 2 minutes. I'm going to show you the Living a Lifestyle e-course really quick. I could do that in 1 minute. Application. We're going to go right there. So here we are. So over here, so when you're going to get an email that's going to have you set up your account, and you're going to click Account Portal, and you're going to, now I'm a member of the Lunar Ladies Club, so it's going to look different when mine comes up. But what you're going to do is you're going to look at, it's going to say Lunar Ladies Living a Lifestyle e-course logo will come up, and you will see this. So you're going to click on Living a Lunar Lifestyle. And then what's going to happen is this is going to pop up. And you're going to have access. And this menu is going to drop down. And these are the 6 modules. So what I would suggest is Week of Intentions. You can start there. Or if you need a little bit more background on the moon, you can start there, Meet the Moon. So when I go on New Moon Week of Intentions, what comes up is New Moon Week of Intentions. And here's a welcome video. And then here's the 4 teachable videos in this module. So what is the new moon? What's the energy state of the new moon? The do's and don'ts, and how to approach life. And each one is about 10 minutes long. And then you're going to get access to the tools and downloads. If you're more like to read rather than watch, transcripts of everything. Here's a worksheet, Planting Your Seeds. Now you have your Magic Intention workbook, but you can also include this in there if you would like. Here's an info sheet of do's and don'ts, and here's a meditation you can use. Isn't that great? And then here's access to the other modules. So that's how you log into the Living a Lunar Lifestyle e-course and start using it, because each one is a link that will show you the video for that lesson, right? So I suggest having fun with this. This is yours, 1-year access to using this. So yay, that's awesome. So I'm going to come back in so I can say thank you for joining this new moon in Cancer masterclass. It's 5:30 and I've had so much fun connecting with you and sharing with you how to live a lunar lifestyle, how to tap in and powerfully manifest your new moon intentions, how to align with this Cancer new moon, super new moon energy. Now, take your time, set your intentions this weekend, and tune into the lifestyle group. Ask your questions. You can also email me directly at shannon@lunarladies.com. Get your natal chart, and if you want to order one through us, we'll put up the link so that you can order your chart and have a most amazing new moon in Cancer lunar cycle. This is like the best one. It's my favorite one. Tomorrow on June 24th, it's my birthday at 5 o'clock California time. You can join us live to meet Kaden Rahi, who is the founder and creative visionary of Blue Bottle Love. And we're going to talk about that tomorrow. So that's going to be really awesome for your Cancer lunation cycle and moving forward in your life to imbue all your cells with blue solarized water. And thank you again for joining us. And I'm so excited to help you empower your life with living with the moon and understanding how to powerfully create your intentions and exactly how to do it, and to have the dreams of your life be manifested now so that you can live the best life possible today, every day, extraordinary from here on out. I love you all. Thank you again for joining us for the masterclass, and we'll see you soon. Happy new moon.